Hi everybody, welcome to today's class, the last one of the week. I hope you've all had a lovely week. Let's get started. Let's start taking a stretch through the neck, so you can stay standing or kneeling or sitting if you want to for this one. So just going to tip the head over to the side. We've done this one loads before. Take one hand across, pulling down the head and reaching the arm away. Just taking nice deep breaths. Coming back to the centre, swapping sides, tipping over. The hand comes over the head, reach the arm away. Back to the centre each side one more time, tipping over. The hand comes across, reach the arm away. Last time on the other side, tipping over, arm comes across, reaching away. Good, from here we're laying on our back. So you're laying down on your back, in a neutral position, so you've got a curve underneath your lower spine, with your knees bent, feet on the floor. So here we're just going to be laying down with the arms resting down beside us, taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. So as you're taking these nice deep breaths in and out, I want you to think about the position of those hips. So you're keeping them nice and level. Imagine you have a torch on each hip bone and they're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. We're keeping the upper body nice and relaxed. The shoulders are away from the ears. Chest is nice and open. Keeping that weight evenly placed through your feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. And just gently tightening in your tummy. From here, as you breathe out, you're tucking the pelvis under. So you're flattening your lower back into the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. Tucking under to flatten. Holding. Control back out. So as you're tucking under, we're just trying to find that nice, strong, flat back position. Just use the tummy muscles and the pelvis to move. You're trying to avoid squeezing the bottom. Next time your back is nice and flat, we're going to stay there. So you're holding that flat back position. We're going to start to tighten through the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, You're tightening all the way in with the pelvic floor. Inhale to release. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. So you're thinking of the sensation of stopping a wee mid-flow. And as you're tightening, you should be feeling as though your tummy muscles are working harder and that your back is slightly flatter into the floor. We're halving this contraction, so 50% tightening in the pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. Just still keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed, they're away from the ears. The chest is nice and open. And if they are feeling tense, you can just turn those palms up to the ceiling. Pulling the tummy all the way down towards the spine. And keeping the weight even through those feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. We're halving one last time, so 20 to 25% tightening. So this should feel like a very gentle lifting. Something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. So now that flat back position should feel nice and strong, using your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor to help you to stay there. You're going to lift both legs up into tabletop, so your knees are above your hips, shins are parallel to the ceiling, and you're gluing the legs together. As you breathe out, you're tipping both legs over to the side, releasing one hip from the floor. Inhale to the centre. We're swapping sides, tipping over, releasing that hip. Coming back to the centre. Tipping over. And centre. Tipping over. And centre. So although one hip is releasing from the floor, you're keeping both shoulders in contact with your mat. Using your tummy muscles to take your legs over to the side. Bring them back into the centre where you should find your flat back. And again over onto the other side. Let's take two more on each side here. We're tipping over and centre. Tipping over and centre. Last one on each side, tipping over and centre. Tipping over and centre. From there, hug the knees in towards your chest, and then we're going on to our hands and knees. So just taking your hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Your tummy is already nice and tightened here. As you breathe out, you're tucking the pelvis under, curving the back, arching your spine, we're dropping the head. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale, let the pelvis go back to your start position. Working through the spine, lifting the head. Tucking under to curve. Arching the back, dropping the head. We hold, releasing out through the spine. Lifting the head up. So we want to get lots of movement through the back. Working into each section piece by piece. If you have any areas that are feeling stiff or sore, we're just going to slow them down. Really take your time to move through each section of your back. Nice deep breaths. So as we're curving the back, we're thinking of pulling the tummy all the way in. As you're releasing to your start position, you're letting the shoulders come away from your ears. We're taking 2 more here. Tucking under to curve. Arching the back. Dropping the head. We hold. Releasing out through the spine. Piece by piece, and the head lifts. One more time, tucking under to curve, arching the back, dropping the head. We're holding here, releasing out through the spine. Lifting the head. From there, we're going to go into a shell stretch. So bottom back towards the feet. Reaching the arms out in front. Then we're going to... So remember, as you lay on your side, you want the legs together. Resting down, you can use something under the head if you need to. Arms along, palm to palm. We're lifting the top arm up so that the fingertips are pointing to the ceiling. Taking your head with you, you're twisting away, stretching towards the opposite wall. Holding there. So you're keeping those legs glued together, making sure that this twist is coming through your waist. So you're really getting open through the chest. Make sure you're taking nice deep breaths. The arm stays reaching long and away. Stretching from the fingertips all the way into your armpits. We're looking at that hand for as long as we can to make sure you're getting a good range of movement through the neck. Let's take 2 more here. We're lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you. We're twisting away. We hold before lifting back up and over, coming down palm to palm. One last time. Lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, twisting away. We hold. Lifting back up and over to come down palm to palm. From there we're switching sides. So you're just going to lay the other end of your mat, but in the same position. So legs are together, resting down, take the arms nice and long, palm to palm. Remembering here to lift that top arm up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, we're twisting away. Holding here to take that stretch before coming back up and over, coming down palm to palm. Lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, twisting away, we hold. Come back up and over, coming down palm to palm. So remember to keep those legs glued together. So you're getting a stretch through your waist. Opening up in the chest. The arm is reaching long and away from the fingertips all the way into your armpit. We're looking at the hand for as long as we can. We want to get a good range of movement through each side of the neck. We're taking 2 more on this side, lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you, we're twisting away, holding here before lifting up and over to come down palm to palm. One last time, lifting up, take the head with you, twisting away, we hold. And we're coming back up and over to come down palm to palm. From there you're rolling onto your back to take a full body stretch. And you'll need to stay on your back for the next exercise, but in a neutral position. So take your knees bent, feet on the floor. And you've got that slight curve underneath your lower back. Arms are just resting down beside you. From here we take a nice deep breath in to nod the head, chin to chest. Exhale to lift the shoulders from the floor, reaching your arms nice and long. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Chin to chest, lifting the shoulders, we hold, control back down. So you're keeping the tummy nice and tightened. That's what's going to lift you up from the floor. So you're pulling your belly button all the way down. We're using this chin to chest position to relax through the neck. So as you're lifting, you're thinking big nod of the head before you're pulling your tummy all the way down. The arms are reaching nice and long to keep those shoulders away from the ears. And we're using the pelvic floor. to take 2 more here. So we're going chin to chest, lifting the shoulders, we hold. Control back down. This is your last one here, then we'll change the arms. Chin to chest, lifting the shoulders, we hold. Control back down. So from here, we're still going to use our chin to chest position, lifting the shoulders from the floor. You're going to reach to one foot with the hand on the same side of the body. So you're hinging through your waist. Come back to the center and down onto the floor. Then we're going to change sides. Chin to chest, lifting up, leaning over, back to the center and down. So we nod, lift, leaning over to the center and down. Chin to chest, we lift, we're leaning over, center and down. Let's take 2 more on each side. Nod the head, lifting those shoulders. We're leaning over, center and down. Chin to chest, lifting up, leaning over, center and down. Last one on each side. Nod the head and lift. Lean over, center and down. Last one, chin to chest. We lift, leaning over, center and down. From there, just hug your knees in towards your chest to take a stretch. And then we'll be coming onto our knees, or if you don't like being on your knees, you're laying on your front. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. So if you're laying on your front, you've got those hands mat width apart and in line with your ears. If you're kneeling up, just stacking up, have those knees or legs quite close together, tall through the body, relaxing those shoulders. Slight nod of your head just to keep the neck relaxed. So your tummy is going to be tightened the whole time that you're moving, and you're going to be squeezing your bottom on the way up. We've done this for the last few days. It's exactly the same. So from here, take a nice deep breath in as you very slightly lean back. As you breathe out, squeeze your bottom, drive those hips forward. So think of that squeeze, pushing yourself back up. Inhale back. Exhale, squeeze. Leaning back. And up. Remember to keep that chin to chest position. So that's just there so that as you lean, you're not tempted to fling the head back. You're keeping the neck nice and relaxed. Shoulders are down, but you're tall. So don't start to slouch. That's just a nod of the head. Shoulders are down. Tummy's tightened. Let's take 2 more here. Leaning back, squeeze and lift. Leaning back, squeeze and lift. From there, we're going to come back into a shell stretch. Bottom to the feet, reaching those arms out in front. Grab a drink if you need one. And then we're on our backs with 100. So you're going to be laying down flat on your mat. So you're going to have your tucked under position. So there's no gap underneath your lower spine, completely flat. You'll be lifting your legs up into tabletop. So your knees are above your hips, shins are parallel to the ceiling. If your neck feels really sore, you're going to leave your head resting back, looking up towards the ceiling. But if you're feeling quite comfortable lifting the upper body, your chin to chest, and the shoulders lift. Excuse me. So what we're going to do is start with the palms facing the floor, but the hands are going to rotate when we change the breath. So we have done this one before. So as you breathe in, the palms are facing the floor. As you breathe out, the palms are facing the ceiling, and you just keep changing them. If that starts to really confuse you, just choose one and stick with it. But it should look like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, both hands are behind the head. And you're going into 2 sets of 8, sitting up towards those legs. Once you finish those 2 sets of 8, again resting the head down, this time look up to the ceiling, arms rest down beside you, and we're going to go into toe taps. So 1 toe taps down to the floor, and then we're lifting back up, swapping sides, tap down and lift, tap down and lift. 2 sets of 8 there, and then we'll relax and we'll take a stretch. So find your strong flat back position, there's no gap underneath the lower spine. Lift your legs to tabletop, so get your knees above your hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. We're lifting the upper body if you can, chin to chest, lifting those shoulders, arms are nice and long. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, staying here, your hands come behind your back, sit-ups for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8 more, 8, 7, breathe, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest the upper body down, arms are beside you, we go into toe taps for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8 more, 8, 7, 6, tummies in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relaxing there, hug those knees in. Then when you're ready, come into a nice full body stretch, reach long and away. We're then coming up into a seated position. Grab a drink if you need one. I'll just get rid of this. So we're going to go into the mermaid stretch. I've had lots of really positive feedback that you guys have been enjoying this stretch. So I thought we'd add it in again today, just to finish the week off with something that the majority of people enjoy, I hope. So for the mermaid stretch setup, or for the mermaid legs, as it were, you're going to have one leg in front and one leg behind. So you're thinking about, if you can get into this position, you want to try and keep the position quite tight, if you can. If your knees or your hips won't allow your legs to come into this position with one leg in front and one leg behind, then you can either take that loosely, so it's more open, or you can bring that into a cross-legged position, again either tight or loosely, but still having that one leg in front and one leg tucked, behind. So if you can come into that nice crisscross shape. The arm that's on the same side as your front leg is on the floor. And you want this hand to be able to slide out. So if you're too close to the end of your mat or a wall, you need to shimmy yourself down. So this arm is going to be sliding as far as you can out to the side. Hopefully most of you would have done this one with me already. So the arm that's near the back leg is going to be out wide. So you're going to think about really reaching this arm as far away from you the whole time that it's moving. And we're going to stretch down our side. So sitting up really tall, relax your shoulders, they're not by your ears. So from here, you're going to reach the arm away from your body, then all the way up and over. Let this arm slide away to as far as you can. If you can, drop onto your forearm. If not, stay on high arms. You're just leaning into that stretch. So you should feel this down the side of your body here. That should be quite a nice stretch. I'm really sorry if you can see my belly. And we're just holding here, taking nice deep breaths in and out. Try and reach through those fingertips. Come back up and over. Going again, reaching over and up, sliding away and down to that forearm if you can. So it's a really nice long stretch down the side of the body. You can let that head drop if the neck is sore. Nice deep breaths. Coming back up. One more on this side. Reach. Come all the way up and over. If you can, you're on the forearm. Arm is nice and long. Really enjoy that stretch. Breathe all the way down into your tummy. Come back up. And just relax there. Take a moment if you need to before we swap legs. So you might find that one side, your legs are tighter than the other. This side on my left side is where I suffer from that really, really tight hip flexors. So if you need to loosen open that position or go into cross legs, it doesn't matter if you're different on one side than the other. The more important bit is the stretch. It's just nice to be quite open through the hips, I think anyway. So the hand is on the same side as the front leg is on the floor. Make sure you can slide that away. Remember, if you're near the end of your mat or near a wall, just shuffle along a little bit. And you're taking the arm the same side as the back leg out. Get the shoulders down, sit up tall. Reach long. Come all the way up. Make sure you're still reaching as far as you can, sliding away. Drop down onto that forearm if you can. Keep that reach. All the way through the fingertips. Deep breaths. Coming back up. And again, reaching away. All the way up and over. Keep reaching through those fingertips. Coming into that nice stretch. Lifting yourself back up. We've got one more on this side. Reaching long, up and over. Coming down to stretch. Really enjoy this stretch. You should feel lengthen in your sides. Come back up and over. From there, bring yourself into that frog position with the soles of your feet together and the knees nice and wide. And if your hips do feel a little sore from being in that position, just give those knees a little bounce. And then you're just going to lean yourself forwards. If you can, or you want to stretch further, push those elbows into your legs. And hold on to the feet to pull you down. And if that's a better stretch for you, you can still add that tiny bounce. Just be nice and careful. You're just wanting it to feel that through the hips. And then we're going to be on our backs in a flat back position. Grab a drink if you need one here before you lay down. So you're going to be laying down in your flat back. So remember, you're tucked under. So there's no space between your lower spine and the floor. We're going to bring those legs up. And they're coming into a long position. So it doesn't matter if your knees are still slightly bent. If you can't fully lengthen and straighten the legs, that doesn't matter. It's the longest position that you can maintain. Just try to get that longer than when you're in tabletop if you can. You can always add more bend in. So from here, we're going to also take the arms up nice and long. And although you're bending slightly through your knees, try and keep your arms reaching as long as you possibly can. So as you breathe out, you're going to nod the head, chin to chest, that you're looking from your knees downwards. You're then going to lift those shoulders from the floor and you're reaching your arms up as high as you can towards the centre of those legs. Inhale to come back down. Exhale, look at the knees, lifting and reaching. Inhale down. So now if your neck is really sore here, you can support the head with one hand behind the head, the other arm reaching through the centre, and then when you need to, you can just swap sides. You're still having the arm that's long, reaching as much as it can. Remember to get your chin to chest position. You're looking from your knees downwards. Don't be tempted to look up towards your feet or your hands. That's going to add strain through your neck. Breathe. Use your tummy, use your pelvic floor, keeping that back nice and flat. We have two more here. We're lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. As you relax there, hug those knees into your chest. From there, we're starting in exactly the same position. So make sure your flat back is again nice and strong, tucked under, no space. Those legs lift and they lengthen. It doesn't matter if you need to add more bend through the knees or if your knees are still feeling quite bent. It's the longest position that you can maintain. Arms are reaching up to the ceiling. So again, as you breathe out, you're going to nod the head, lift the shoulders, looking from your knees downwards. But this time you're reaching to the outside of one leg. Nice and close to the leg if you can. Inhale to come back down. And we're swapping sides, lifting up and over to the side. Inhale down. Lifting over. And down. So again, if the neck is sore, support the head. Take the opposite arm across. And then back to the centre where you'll swap sides. Again, you're still using that chin to chest position. Making sure you're not straining through the neck. Getting that slight twist through the body. nice deep breaths. We have 2 more on each side. Reaching over and centre. Reaching over and centre. Last one on each side. We're reaching over and centre. Reaching over and centre. Hug those knees into the chest and just rock yourself from side to side. Good. From there, we're going to come up to kneeling or sitting. Grab a drink if you need one. Put this to the side. So we're going to do our arms. If you joined in yesterday, it's going to be exactly the same arms that we did yesterday. So I'll talk you through. So you can be in a seated position if that's more comfortable for you. I'm going to be kneeling up tall. If kneeling is uncomfortable, you can stand. I just won't be in shot if I do that. So we're going to be doing 8 repetitions of our circles forwards, circles back, pushes up, pushes down, pushes forwards, pushes back. Rest, then we go again. Then we're going to be doing our 2 sets across 8 counts of lifting up and down, rest, up and down, up and down. And the new one that we added yesterday, where you've got 1 set of 8 to lift to the centre, and then up, centre and down, centre up, centre down, rest. Then we go centre, crisscross. Oh yeah, when we do the centre up, centre down, in the centre you pause for 8 counts. So we change that to lift, crisscross, lift, crisscross, down, crisscross, down, and again. Okay, so your arms should really burn. If you want to grab wrist strap weights or dumbbells or baked bean tins or something like that, then grab them now. You can always do some of it with them and drop them or pick them back up when you need to. Just a really good way of challenging more through the arms, especially if that's somewhere that you feel is a little bit weaker. Right, I'll stop talking and we'll just get on with it. So remember to keep those arms nice and long. Don't let them drop through the elbows. So we're circling forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Let's give them a tiny shake. Then we're going again. Circling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down. Give those arms a little shake out. Make sure you're keeping that tummy tightened. We're coming up, down, across 8. I'll count it for you. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch that breath, make sure you're breathing throughout. And again, up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're lifting forwards, holding up, holding forwards, holding down, and again, and then adding in our crisscross. Okay, here we go. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go straight into those crisscrosses as well. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give them a shake out. Grab a drink if you need one. Well done. Then we're going to be on our hands and knees. So, we do a little bit of work through the legs. So we're going to be on our hands, arms and knees. So we're going to drop onto our forearms, resting those arms a little bit, and just work through the legs. We did this one the other day, and we've done it before anyway. So knees underneath the hips, dropping onto your forearms, and they're just there for support. You can come to the front of your mat if you want to. So we're working the legs singularly. So you take the leg out long with the toes tucked under. So that long leg, you're going to be pushing up and down. So you want to keep the leg nice and long, and the leg is travelling up as high as it can without you compromising the position of the body. So you shouldn't be twisting, try and keep that leg up high. Just as high as you can maintain, keeping the foot flexed. So you've got that work in the ankle and the toes. It lifts and down. Lift and down. Breathe. Keeping the tummy nice and tightened. Two more here, lifting up and down, up and down. Pop that knee down. The other leg is reaching out long and away. We're lifting up and down, up and down. Tummy's tightened. Nice deep breaths. So again, flexing in that foot. Nice and controlled. Two more here, lift up and down, lift up and down. From there, come into a shell stretch. So take your bottom to your feet, reach the arms out in front. And then we're going to go into our side plank. So if you joined in yesterday, we added in, or tried to add in, threading of the needle. If you didn't join in yesterday, we're just going to increase the difficulty of our side plank. This is your first class this week, don't worry, I'm going to talk you through. So we're on our side, and you want to be on your forearm, just because it's quite a lot of weight to push into one wrist. And there's three different options here, which I'm going to show you all of them. So you can either bring both of your legs together, like we have at the very beginning for our chest opening stretch. And what we want to have is the hand on top of the hip. That's the same throughout all of the movements, if you can. But for now, if you want to, the hand can drop to the floor for balance. You also want to think about, in any of the three positions, your hips travelling as high as physically possible for you. So if you're in this position, you press into your forearm and press into your lower leg and push your hips up. You need to work in your tummy and down. And that's the movement, lifting up and down. From there, if you want to make that more difficult, one leg is long, with either the side of the foot or the sole of the foot down. Again, you're pressing into the lower leg and the arm to lift up and down. From there, you can take two legs long. The top leg, the sole of the foot is on the floor. And again, you push down into the floor to lift up. If you want to add the threading of the needle into any of these movements, then as you lift up, you're going to hold. Lift the arm. You're going to thread that arm through the gap underneath your waist and then come back up. And you try and hold your side plank for as many repetitions of threading the needle as you can. If that is too much, that's far too much, it's too difficult, then you're just going to do a lift and a lower. And just repeat that for as many times as you can. Right, so choose which one you want to do if you've not already started. We're going to be lifting up. If you can, you're holding, raise that arm, threading through and lift, through and lift. So if you need to, you can come back down after you've done a couple of repetitions. Just doing as many as you can. If that's just one, that doesn't matter. You've added that extra bit in, so the arm comes through and lift. You need to just come down for a rest. And when you're ready, we go back up. Lifting up, bring through and up, through and up. And you're just doing as many as you can before you need to come back down. We'll just do a few more before we change sides. One more. And come down. I'm going to change sides, just take a moment if you need to shake out. So it doesn't matter if you need to just rest in between. Obviously you can see that I'm taking bigger rests. That's because I decided to move furniture around yesterday, so I'm quite tired. But it doesn't matter how many you're doing, is what I'm trying to explain. So again, on this side, you're on your forearm, either legs bent, one leg long, or both legs long, whichever you prefer to try. Hand on the hip, driving those hips up as high as you can. If you can, lift that arm, thread through, and lift, thread through, and lift. So remember, you're just doing as many repetitions as you can manage. And when you need to, just come back down for a moment. I want you to really concentrate on keeping that breath controlled. So you shouldn't be holding your breath at any point. Keep the breath going. Using your tummy. We've just got a couple more here. Twisting through and lift. Last one. Through and lift. Relaxing down. Just take a moment to gather that breath. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. And then you're either bringing yourself to standing or to kneeling. So what we're going to do is interlace the fingers in front, creating a circle with your arms. Pull the tummy in to curve your back and drop your head through the centre. And think about reaching those arms forwards. Dropping those arms down, just roll those shoulders back. Interlace the fingers behind. Reach the arms long, and this time lifting your chest up and looking to the ceiling. Relaxing the arms, this time rolling the shoulders forwards. Doing that again, fingers are interlaced in front, curving the back, dropping that head, breathe. Drop the arms, roll the shoulders back. Take the arms behind, interlace the fingers, lifting the chest, looking up. Relaxing those arms, rolling the shoulders forwards. And relaxing there. You're done for today. Thank you so much for joining me for today and for all of the week. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I think it's supposed to be nice and sunny, so you should be able to get outside and enjoy the lovely weather. And I hope to see all of you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.